Good morning, everybody. Greg from Clearwater 124. Do a video on these Nascars that I picked up in that batch from Quebec. Getting near the end of that group. I believe these are true 124 scale cars, and I think they were built to run on a wood oval. They're very interesting. I've decided to not molest these cars. I like them the way they are. Tires are true. Um, they all have the same motor. It's an H&R 1800, 18,000 RPM. Hawk Motion I looks like it says. This motor. So I'm not going to do anything but maintain and clean these cars. I like the way the chassis are built. The body mount idea is really innovative, I think. I think the three of them will run against one another, and I'm not going to mess around with them. I'm just going to clean them, maintain them, and use them. I'm going to do something with these front tires here. You can see that it's an independent front axle. The wheels spin separately. I think I'm going to take this one apart. I'm interested in getting a look at the body mounts. You can see the screws here. That's how the body is mounted. Take a look at that and that independent front axle. Maybe we'll take a look at this. I might not have something to take these out. Let us see. I don't want to strip them. Oh, that's got it. Okay. I'm still not sure of the gentleman that built these. I don't have a name. I just know that he's from northern Quebec. And the guy that Joe Herrera's got the cars from, I, I guess he bought them as a lot and thought he could run them, but his track was not big enough to run 124. So he offered them for sale, and Mike and I and Joe and maybe another guy or two. This is I guess added for weight. It looks like scrap wood or from saw use or something that is glued together and then glued in there, like sawdust or wood chips. It must work. I've never seen it before. It's funny too. I thought these cars were. Wasn't too happy with the plastic bodies and the way that they were done until I took a closer look at them. This is not paint and decals. These are full body wraps on these bodies. This one is actually painted. The DuPont cars paint. The Valvoline and the Interstate battery cars are full body wraps. And they look good. Okay, so we got that off. So he has soldered upright brass channel here and here, here and here. See that? The chassis is adjustable lengthwise. Man, oh man. Has a polarity switch wired in, which I don't use, but I'm just going to leave. Excuse me. I'm just going to leave there. I've never seen this motor mount. That may be handcrafted also. And I could certainly swap motors out and put piranhas or whatever kind of motor I wanted in there. Anyway, let's take a look at this front axle setup. Very interested in this. Okay, that's exactly what I thought it was. The gentleman soldered a cap on the end of this axle. I can't determine what that cap is. But he soldered that on one end of the axle. Put wheel on. The spacer on. So this one spins free on the axle, right? There's no set screw in there at all. It spins free on the axle. Then on the other side, he's got a spacer, and then he secures this wheel to the axle. So when this wheel turns, the axle turns, but this one still spins free. Kind of neat. I'm going to figure out what I can use to solder to the end of axles in upcoming builds that I do, because I would like that independent front wheel action also. Very cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Now, what I'm going to do here is I don't like these. You see, I took these off of that 37 Ford. This is just like an O-ring, I think. Oh, those must be glued on. Oh, that one popped right off. That's just like I don't know if it's an actual slot car tire. It could be. It's not something that I've never seen or used. So, yeah, there it goes. It was glued on. So I have my little box of goodies here. Wheels and tires and such. These are Paul Gauge 26125s, I think. And they appear to me they will fit these wheels just fine. Perfect. much better look than those donut things, I think. I don't think it will affect the handling of the ride at all because they don't even really ride much on the track. The gentleman was pretty ingenious, I think. I'd sure like to talk to him. Okay, let's put this body back on. I will do some laps later with all of these cars and do the timing with Smart Race. I think I'm gonna, I don't know if you watched the video I did the other day where Smart Race was giving me an issue because of shadows from having the lights on. I think I have a small piece of sheet aluminum outside. I think I'm gonna make a shade with that cell phone gantry that I made and see if that stops me getting ghost laps counted because of shadows. You know, if you moved your hand near the thing or walked by it, it would the shadow would cause a false lap to be counted. So you'd end up on what is normally a between 8 and 10 second lap, you'd turn in a 1.2 second lap. So kind of defeats the purpose of the. I don't know what he filled these. Looks like they're filled with wood, or maybe it's just glue, or hard to say. See how that slides there? You can just make it slide enough to line up the holes. I'm really digging the way these are built. And I'll definitely use some ideas. So I figure I got probably 4 good runners out of the group of cars. But I got a plethora, if that's the correct word, or plethora, depending on who you're speaking with, of parts and brass and ideas. Loads of ideas. Oh yeah, that looks way better too with those tires instead of the donuts. So I think I'll clean these cars up some, and then I'll, one at a time, I'll load them in Smart Race and do some lap timing. Cool cars. Very cool cars. All right, fellas, like always, I appreciate all of you for watching, and especially those that have subscribed. And if you're not a subscriber and you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.